Welcome back to Shittywebcomics Weekly, brought to you by our Subscribe Star backers. Donate to learn the unforgivable truths and hear the forbidden prophecies, and also
How
to
to
support us.
install your own Frankenstein controls.
Yes, instructions on how to uninstall your own Frankenstein controls.
Yes, uninstalling it. We're helping people uninstall their Frankenstein controls
Very
because
helpful.
that is for the bad. Apparently, Frankenstein controls are a bad thing, even though the fucking guy's video made it sound like he was trying to sell Frankenstein controls.
They sound kind of helpful. They sound purposeful.
Sounded like a sales pitch.
I mean, was Dr. Frankenstein really that bad? I don't know.
He
Just
was the good guy.
he was a good person. Just like Bane said, or no, CIA said to Bane, "You're a
You are
good
a good
person.
person. Give me
Give
this.
me this." Anyways, getting right back into the thing. Um, the continued story of the Yakub, the lore of Yakub.
The full backstory of how he invented white people.
Yes, and we're deep into the white people lore, the
Because
white
white
devil
people are so
race.
amazing, we couldn't be brought into creation by mere evolution. We had to be created. We had to be invented by a scientist.
By the world's greatest, most genius scientist.
Yes.
So, according to,
He poured all of his genius into creating white people.
yes, kind of flattering, if you're white, um, but you know it's not flattering. Right into the first panel, the Ebenoid Warriors, as they're referred to in this comic. Um, they're holding spears and stuff, but the white devil race is just grabbing the spears and breaking them off. And the caption says, so it's very literally spear chuck broken, but the caption says, Mecca was not ready for the attack of the white devil hordes. No military training could have prepared the Meccan soldiers for the brutal ways in which they were going to get slaughtered. The next panel is like White Devil just picking up a black person and crushing them in one hand, and another one is like just popping off a black person's head, like that Bane Beer comic from like 30 years ago or some shit, where it was an evil robot that would just pop people's heads right off. And it's like, why are you running when you know that I have to catch you? And then ripping their heads off. It's like, this was your fault, clearly. Classic. Japanese comic, in fact. Four Koma was the format, because there's 4 panels. Back then, just wonder, we should do that. We should do a video about that. But, for now, the caption says, the beasts of the wilderness had taught the white man well, for they did not fight with swords and spears. And the last caption is like white people using like their claws on their hands to like slashing out a black guy's eye and
It's like,
slashing a
yeah, what
throat.
was it? Gargoyle's Quest or something like that.
That's right.
Because they're just straight up demons. But
The white
one of the
devil
powers
race.
of the demon is that they have sharp claws.
And they can also use headbutting to smash windows which coins may fly out of.
White devil, literally devils.
Yes. Hence the,
It's,
so it's not
it's
just a
amazing. In
clever
fact,
name.
it sounds like this comic is intentionally misrepresenting the appearance of white people
Is that bad?
because they're trying to make it sound like white people are really ugly, even though we know today that it's the total opposite. Even
Well, it's
non-white
interesting.
people
They all have
will
very
say that they like and prefer white people's appearances.
they have very like arched kind of Jack Nicholson eyebrows, but very heavy, and then very big protruding chins and jaws, and with slick backed kind of pale hair. And they're all very muscular, like very buck breakable. But the caption on that last panel says, they used their nails like claws, slitting the throats and clawing out the eyes of the poor ebenoids who could barely comprehend the violent chaos that was going on around them.
They have no understanding of war. They don't even have a word for war.
They they perhaps didn't even have numerals. But anyways,
Not even numerals to
not
describe
even
war.
numerals. I think the next page, yeah, here the next page. We'll cover this too because this is already short, and it's just 2 panels. The first panel is a bunch of dead people and fire and shit everywhere with scary white devil face
Somehow
in the
white
foreground.
people invented fire. It's like probably how white people invented
Yes,
fire.
this is where fire came from. White people created and mastered fire just so they could destroy the poor Ebenoids. Um,
The
but the
Ebonites, who are the superior master race
Yes,
somehow. They're
well, they
somehow
have
both.
divinity. That the melanin gives them divinity, which the white devil
Apparently
race
didn't
has
help
none
them at
of.
all. Apparently divinity made no difference.
Yeah, apparently it didn't help them. How'd that divinity work out for them? Apparently not very well. Um, but the caption for that first panel says they use their teeth for ripping through tendons and muscle, leaving many paralyzed to die a slow, agonizing death on the battlefield, where love can't bloom. By the way. Uh, their last breath taken not surrounded by friends and loved ones, but by an ocean of mutilated dead bodies. It's just Horg, says one of the dying people.
So
Um,
would it be fair to say that this comic is stating that black people can't fight?
they can't fight against white people, apparently. That white people are more powerful, maybe
This
because
is
of the
what
lack
was
of
known as the
divinity.
ultimate buck breaking.
Yes, it's just the ultimate form of buck breaking and
A form of
creating a
buck
long
breaking
history.
that can just it was never duplicated,
It never
except on a
happened, you could even say.
spiritual sense.
It never happened before until this. That's really what the message is. And again, the message of the comic, which is the comic is just adapting this story. We're not saying that the person who made this comic is the person who made up the story, or not that the story's made up, but you get the point. The last panel, the second panel on this page here, is a white devil holding like 2 decapitated heads while putting his foot down onto some other black guy. And
Very easily subduing multiple black people all at the same time.
as if effortlessly, multiple at once, one in each hand, just like in
And this is the
Killing
black
Floor.
people's own representation of how we so completely and thoroughly extinguished their power.
This is their story. Apparently, black people don't even exist anymore, do they? I don't even know. According to this story, it doesn't sound like they would. But the caption says, "Women, children, young and old, mercilessly turned into mountains of corpses by the white man. No one was spared from his genocidal nature." And the white man here saying, "Paint the streets with their blood, kill them all. I want to make a throne out of skulls." So this
Badass. Wow, that's pretty metal.
it sounds
White
like it
people were
ties in with the
totally
lore of
metal.
Warhammer 40k.
Yes. Skulls for the Skull Throne.
Yeah, I guess Korn is involved. The
I
band
was,
Korn.
I was just thinking, is it possible that there are a brand of ornate soldiers that are like very unreliable and constantly late to appointments?
Is there a name for
I
that
was thinking
legion?
about this specifically as I was eating my Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, you say? Interesting.
And for
Interesting.
some reason, just out of nowhere, it just came to me corn flakes.
It came to me as if in a dream. So, is there a specific legion of the Chaos Space Marines that are especially unreliable and not very good?
Yeah, but it's not corn.
Oh,
That it is a funny joke, haha.
lol.
That's not
Lol.
that is nothing to do with that.
Well, you know what that means? That means like, share, comment, unsubscribe. Whoa. Um,
Full on subscribe or whatever the fuck.
but also donate to our Subscribe Star. It has tons of wonderful videos. And again, the
Donate to our
compilation of all these episodes is in a nice
donate to
video on
our
there.
fucking subscribe star.
Fucking Subscribe Star. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
lots of videos.
something else about how we are guards.
we're certainly supposed to be guards
I
of
was hoping
of human dignity.
I was hoping to find a way to use that for a forced catchphrase,
So,
but
yeah.
honestly, it doesn't work either.
Supposed to be guards. Yeah, we're guards.
Guards.
My favorite
And yet
line
it
from
also,
Team America.
Yeah, I have no reason to be using it, but also more importantly, at the same time, is you
Doesn't make
cannot
sense.
stop thinking about it. Since I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3,
Fighting the guards.
yeah, having to make sure to elude and evade and successfully combat all of the guards.
Guards.
Guard.
Anyways, so yeah, donate to us on Subscribe Star to get access to the real, the unforgivable secrets, truth, whatever.
Or don't.
Or don't if you don't want to.
You won't get anything out of not subscribing.
If you don't want to know the truth, don't subscribe. But if you do want to know the truth, do subscribe. And for everyone else, should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.